Okay, this video is private. This video is going to entail things about Gracie and what is going on with Gracie. And the things with Gracie are getting worse and worse. And her mother has put the blame on me. But here's just it. As people watch the videos and as people are going to try to figure out why I did videos that I did, it's because my daughter told me everything that was going on with her mother whenever her and I had a chance to discuss things. Sometimes that was when she was getting her bath and she would tell me everything, but then it's when she was small. Now, I understand the police and them have said, well, you know, no, you gotta understand, Benny never went away. In fact, he was just shot to death and he's been in town this entire time. Nothing has happened prior to this except an incident where Micah was trying to get me in trouble years ago by lying and telling people I was gay and, you know, saying that I was having sex with a neighbor of mine, and then she was trying to get him fired, not realizing that not only is he a pillar of the community, he's a married guy, he's not gay at all, but because her and the grandmother, they thought it was funny and they wanted to try to falsely accuse me of somebody touching my daughter, which nobody has ever touched my daughter, ever. And they tried to say that my one of my neighbors, Kevin Novel, who works for the, you know, hospital system and everything else. And they did that when Gracie was around 4 years old, about the same time Benny was coming into the picture. And the problem with that is they were doing it because they wanted to prevent me from finding out about Benny back then. Well, now all of a sudden in April, Benny gets back out of jail. They hurry up and call DCFS about a mental abuse because I took my daughter on a car ride, and that amounted to, because you know what, she was 12 years old at the time. She turned 13 in August, and I took her on a road trip real quick because she was out of control. She was being just a typical kid, but I don't hit or touch my daughter in any way, shape, or form, but instead I give her a ride like my mom and dad used to do. I get motion sickness also. I take a half a Dramamine or a Dramamine, and I offer Gracie a half a Dramamine. Dramamine is for motion sickness, but it was because she needed to calm down, not because I was trying to give her Dramamine. She didn't take it. Anyway, I gave her the chance and opportunity to call her mom during this. She didn't take it. And it's funny because they're exasperating. They're going on stories like, oh, I stabbed, really, there's not a mark on her. I never stabbed her in the leg or anything like that. Her mom just tries to, anyway. So when that didn't work, then they put an OP against me, order protection against me, that basically was 17 to 18 pages of nothing but pure lies. And I could tell that they were lies because inside that OP are the same things that she filed on me years ago. She just changed the name to Gracie, which is pathetic because she knew that. And so when DCS did it, it came back unfounded. So that's the second time DCS came back unfounded. So of course they had to make this big deal that I'm some kind of sex offender predator because of all the videos I take and because they had somebody in Florida call them. It's all part of their little trick, a little games, and they've done this to other people, not just me. So then all of a sudden they need, oh my God, no, I have never groomed my daughter. I've never coached my daughter. My daughter, the reason why the videos happened in the first place are because of the situation with her mother and her mother dating pedophiles, predators, sex offenders, and I kept journal entries on everything. I kept videos on everything. The videos were not just the bathtubs and showers. They were when I was able to talk to my daughter and have a conversation with my daughter to let her know good and bad. See, I did the daddy-daughter talk times because of who the mother was having get around my daughter without it looking as though I'm directing everything at the mom. But so my daughter would learn that, you know, there are certain behaviors not allowed. Did I set up the cameras to basically to make sure that I got my daughter telling me? Yes. Why? Because that's how I found out about Benny Trevino in the first place. It's how I found out about Tim Pool. It's how I found out about John Fedler. It's how I found out about the other John and the married men and everything in life. And then I go and do a little research. We never thought she'd marry a murderer, though, which she did. In other words, she did it. She got worse from a sex offender and a pedophile and a predator to a murderer. So she just kept upping the ante. At no time did she give us a chance, meaning me and Gracie, to readjust. So when she married Benny, it wasn't over because I did not believe a word she said in court because she liked to lie. And it's true because Benny was coming to Quincy still after all this, even though he was not allowed to be around my daughter. And Gracie would let me know, but the only difference is they would change people's names. And they would call people different names. Like Gabby, they would show her pictures of Benny, but Benny's name was not, it was Mark Wahlberg. And they did that so they can make it look like they were joking around, when the fact is, okay, they were showing her pictures of Benny and calling him Dad. So whenever she would see a picture of Benny, she would say Dad, but they also would call him Mark Wahlberg. I know it sounds really stupid, but they did not want me finding out. Instead of getting away from people that could cause harm to your kids, they wanted me to go away, not caring that these people were really bad for my daughter. So, is there videos? Yes, every video has to do with, you know, Benny being around. You know, I'm asking my daughter, you know, she was telling me situations and everything else. These were not for public view. And I used a few of them in court. Not all of them. But I had to be consistent to show there was consistency. I'm so tired of being labeled this bad person, all because I was trying to protect my daughter. And then because I do talk in circles, and because I do like the whole situation being known, you know, now I'm getting in trouble for protecting my daughter. And to me, that's not cool at all. It's actually really, really bad. So these are, you know, like I said, the videos, there's videos on there. There's not as many as you'd think. And basically the videos were taken because my daughter would tell me about these men in Gracie's life. The mother never let up. She never stopped dating guys like this. She loves the bad guy. And because she loves the bad guy so much, she would rather get rid of me. Then she also says we didn't do much together. We were doing stuff all the time. She doesn't want the videos to play out in court. She doesn't want people to see that we took videos of everything so that I could actually prove. But instead now she wants the videos to disappear. And yeah, I kept them in different areas knowing that she would try to do something like this. You know, unfortunately, I said it to where I didn't think she ever had a bar to go under because, like I said, she's a low-life piece of crap. And, you know, I had to do things to make sure to protect my daughter. And I'm kind of glad I did, even though right now it's all hurting me. But if you'd watch everything and look at everything in the right order, you would see that all it was me getting information out of my daughter without leading my daughter on, my daughter telling me the information, me telling my daughter how to protect herself from all these bad people. And now what she's doing is she is now using it against me, so people won't watch the videos. They'll just look and say, oh, he's got the videos, but she doesn't want them watching because she knows that's where all the information's at. She knows that I kept files, I kept notes because I could never trust her. And that should scare anybody. Because, like I said, who does that to their own kids? I had to do it in order to protect my daughter, and I really did do it like that. My daughter is no sex object, you know. We did it, but the thing about it is, I wasn't looking at stupid videos as in her in any kind of weird position or anything like that. That's what the police and everybody said. Why? They gave Micah the ammunition she needed, but when I did things, it was out of love, out of respect, out of showing, you know, out of knowledge, of showing things people can say to their kids. Why? Because as my situation was going on, I got to listen to other dads and other moms tell me how bad their situations are and things that they need to do and things. And I always told them, you know what? Concentrate on the child. Don't concentrate on the other parent. Concentrate. Do games with them. Do videos with them. You know, garden with them. Bake, cook, you know, play games. Let me show you game time. And we did all that. You know, we know in life there are bad people out there, but the whole idea is to protect our kids from them. But with everybody going on the internet, with everybody being out there nowadays, you know, we can justify what's going on, but we can't hide behind rocks all the time. We can't sit there, you know, and if, you know what I'm saying, if we find out who these people are, they need to go to jail. Oops, I gotta take this call.